So hold on. So Peyton Manning's playing. Manning's playing Atlanta this week, and then Flacco plays the Eagles, right? All right. Well, I would put in Manning if I was you. All right. Against Atlanta defense is as great as the Eagles. Eagles defense is pretty fast, but that's just me. Okay. I mean, even though the Ravens are really good this year, as I'm getting, mind you, I'm on camera talking to you. All right, because this is gonna be the video. But I'm just saying, put in Peyton Manning because that's who I would go with personally. You know what I mean? With Denver. I'm just saying. All right, I'll call you back. All right, bye. YouTube Nation, Manfit TV, aka Me TV, aka I'm sorry about that, y'all. I got people calling me, asking me for fantasy picks. The NFL is back, baby, aka Me TV. Let's get it in today. Look, first off, I have to start with, as you can see, yours truly, the Eagles. Look. All right, first off, I'm very disappointed on the way they played. You have to be kidding me if you think that the Browns, when we played them, is okay. There is no way in hell that Michael Vick should be stepping back 56, 60 times a play and throw me to throw the ball. You gotta be kidding me. You need to put McCoy in and let him run more. It's almost like you don't care that we have a running game, Reed. And I understand a lot of people feel bad for him because of what happened to his son, but now we're talking football now. All right, it's the same thing all year, every season, it seems. I don't get this. And what do we have to hear last year? Because I don't hear more excuses, all right? We had to hear, oh, well, you know, we didn't have OTAs and no offseason. We had to gel. Well, you had it this season. You had it the offseason this time, and you're still showing the same play than what we did last season. Now, I'll put it like this. Defense, y'all played pretty good. Jason Babin actually stopped some runs on his side. I'm pretty shocked at that, all right? But understand, guys, that this is not going to work, all right? It's not. There's no way in the first 2 quarters, he's getting burned. He's getting torched. And then when he starts blocking, you know, knocking down passes, he's doing all this. And come on, man, you don't need to do all that. You don't. You already got torched early. You don't need to do that, all right? And then here's the thing that I don't understand, all right? Because, you know, you guys have said this to me on Twitter as well. Why is it that Andy Reid has all these plays? And, you know, because the media here, they love to, you know, pump up how many plays he has in his playbook. And you see it, you know, when he covers his face and talks, you know, and you see all these, all these playbooks, you know, these plays on his card. But he only uses a certain amount. They're all the same. It makes us a predictable team. He doesn't even disguise what he's doing. It's predictable. I don't understand. It makes us exposed. Now, look, wide receiver 10, he started out good. And the commentators, you know, they was really loving him for a minute there in the first half. But he had 60 yards or something. In the second half, there was nowhere to be found. I don't understand this. And then on top of this, we have, once again, the apologists come out for the Eagles. Now, look, I understand you love your team, but you got to call it as you see it. Now, when Macklin got hurt, all right, mind you, when Macklin, you know, tweaked his knee, what did I say? He needs to get, there's nothing wrong with him. Get up. If there's really something wrong with you, you just sat out of the play. He came back the very next play, right? So-called tweaked knee. Comes around, you know, comes across the middle, catches the ball. And mind you, if he had a tweaked knee, there's no way he'd be able to be 100% and run that fast to catch the next pass. Just saying, all right? But gets hit in the ribs, gets hurt again, right? Very next play. And what did I say? Well, if he wasn't hurt the first play, he sure as hell was hurt this time. You know what I mean? And what happened? All these people came out and was like, well, he should have sat out. You know what I mean? It was wrong for him to be in that play. Look. Last time I checked, his knee and his ribs are 2 different things. Stop making excuses. I don't want to hear it. And then the rest of the, rest of the game he played, it's the problem. It's the thing is he just took a hit and he just fell. He's soft. He got a little hurt. That's what it was. All right. Now I will put it like this: offense looked really bad, other than the second half. Once they, finally figured out that Vic can't do anything, he's not lowering his sights. The interceptions he's throwing, guess what? He's throwing into double and triple coverage. If that's the case, you could have kept calm. I mean, seriously, or Cobb, or whatever you want to call him. He was doing the same thing when we were here. So this is no different. You know, for a quarterback who says in the offseason he can't wait, to get back on the field, he's been practicing, he's been working hard, and dynasty and all this, you can't play like that. Now, I understand that, all right, it's a bad game, you still won, but that's not good enough, all right? And all these people out of nowhere, out of the woodwork, are saying a win is a win. Hell, even Jason Babin's fan club is saying a win is a win. And the sad part is that Eagles fans are starting to fall for us. I don't understand what's going on with this generation's Eagles fans, but you have to be kidding me. All right, I'll put it like this. When I was growing up, you should know you call it as it is, regardless what happens. And this is the difference between being a fan and someone who knows sports. Because regardless of how much you win by or lose by, okay? Don't sit here and tell me it's okay, a win is a win. No, you were always striving to be greater. You were always trying to be better. Why do you think Super Bowl teams, after they win the big one, they re-up and reload for next year? Because they want to get better. There's always a hunger. You should never become complacent. But it seems like everybody is okay with it. You've got to be kidding me, right? This is a joke. And the penalties on top of penalties on top of penalties. Stop this, all right? There's no way that you can be this undisciplined when you're going into season, when you had time to gel, right? You gotta be kidding me. It's horrible. We have the Ravens coming in next week, or should I say Sunday. We have them coming in Sunday, and if you play the way you did last Sunday, we are in trouble, all right? Did you see what the Ravens did to Cincinnati? Just stop this, all right? Seriously, there's no way that this is going to happen. You have to think outside the box, especially with your play calling. Let Shady run the ball. I don't know why you won't let him. And I know the Ravens defense is going to be ready for it, but you have to run the ball to open up the pass. I want to talk about Cleveland Browns real quick. I'm not going to jump on you guys. There's other people who've already talked about Cleveland Browns. You have to understand everything that they're going through with Art Modell dying and, you know, moving the team from Cleveland to Baltimore. And even Ravens fans, their team moving Baltimore to Indianapolis. So, you know, you have to understand what's going on around the NFL. You've got also Aaron Rodgers coming out and trashing on refs because they lost that game. That's right, to the 49ers. And you know what? The 49ers played a hell of a game. You can't even get on them about it. You really can't. They looked a little, you know, at the end, the momentum was shifting, and you Niners fans were asking me on Twitter, you know, how I felt about it. And I said, don't even worry about it. They'll be able to hold that lead. And they did. All right? It's really that simple. Oakland fans, shouts to Oakland fans, man. I haven't been out in LA in so long. I've got to talk about this because, or should I say Oakland, or in California in general. So Niners fans, I'm sure, you know, you're talking about that too. I was this close from buying an Oakland Raiders hat. Just like this one, but with the Oakland thing on it, man. I'm telling you. You have to understand. In the 90s, if you didn't have at least one piece of Oakland Raiders or LA Raiders back in the day with Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson on, you was on the outside. Them and the Niners, actually, you were on the outside. Anyways, guys, I want to move on real quick. I want to talk about basketball. New Yorkers, what's going on, man? All I'm seeing right now is this fight between Knicks fans and Nets fans. How the hell can you have Knicks fans all of a sudden up and just change teams? That is absolutely wrong. You cannot sit here and tell me if you have been a Knicks fan for years that all of a sudden you're just going to up and change. I don't care if Jay-Z's involved. I don't care if it's Brooklyn or not, all right? That's crazy. If you've been a Knicks fan, you do not trade on your team all of a sudden. That's wrong of you. You're not a real fan if that's the case. That's horrible. So Knicks fans, New Yorkers in general, get back to me on this because I want to know more about this. What's going on? Really? I don't understand what's going on. Also, I need to move on. I want to talk about real quick, what was it? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is fighting Martinez this week. I have Martinez winning this fight. All right, I've been watching it 24/7. Chavez seems like he's really not that hungry. He's banking on youth and power. You know, he's got his father who still looks great in training. All right, still looks great in training. You know, showing him some things, but I don't think the experience is there, and I don't think, you know, the speed is there either. I think Martinez has the upper edge on this fight. I will be watching it over the weekend. Also, I need to talk about MMA. Some of you guys asked me to talk about real quick. For those who don't know, Jon Jones not too long ago was supposed to fight Hendo. I'm sure we all know what's happened here. Hendo got injured and he bowed out, and he found a replacement for him. And then Jon Jones declined that replacement. So then the pay-per-view was done. And then Dana White was like, this is the first time we've ever seen something like this. Now we're finding out that this next pay-per-view coming up, Rampage Jackson is hurt, and they got to find all these replacements. And now we're going to have Silva versus Stephen Bonnar, which doesn't make sense to me. And so it's like random guys just thrown together just to make an event. And I don't see this going well for UFC. They have to have legitimate replacement guys intact. And if a champion or whoever signs that contract, they have to have, pretty much sign off saying, I will fight a replacement fighter. As for those who don't know, Sonnen has also came out and said, he's been talking about Jon Jones a lot. And Jon Jones saying, he went to, Dana White saying, please stop having guys talk about me. Can you get them to stop talking about me? Like, come on, you can't do that. And you think Chael Sonnen was going to take this fight a week before it actually happened. So he wasn't even in fighting shape. It would have been easy for him. You know what I mean? But he didn't want to do it. I just feel as though if this is going to happen with MMA, and this is 2 times in a row now, back to back, this is happening, the UFC really has to come up with some replacement guys, legit replacement guys, just in case somebody goes down. Boxing, they had this going on for a long time, and boxing still hasn't got it right. All of a sudden, these guys take quick fights, and then we see these miracles out of nowhere. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Josecito, Lopez, when he fought, who's that dude? The dude who kissed, Ortiz. All right, Ricky Ortiz, when he fought him. So it goes to show you that, the miracles, no, you have to have guys in place. If this is a profession, you have to have it in place just in case something happens. It's really that simple. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I was going to do another video tomorrow, but I actually have jury duty. So once again, Real life before everything. And please, by all means, a little special shout out to Cam Newton. Stop getting mad when dudes tackle you on the rap and roll. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the link in the info bar for that too. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I'm out.